Hello and welcome to Heather and Hops. My name is Kat or Catherine and I am a knitter based in Hertfordshire in the United Kingdom. This is my little space on the internet where I share the knitting that I've been up to and apparently can't remember anything I'm going to say. If you're new here, welcome. If you have been here for a little while, welcome back. It is lovely to speak to you again. Today I am drinking a coffee. It is becoming more apparent to me that I need it today. I haven't had one in a little while, and when I have been, I've generally been making myself filters, AeroPress being the method that I've been using. And not only because on Monday night we were talking in our knit night about Australia and how good the coffee there is compared to the UK. It is good here now, like there's a lot better coffee, but it is almost impossible, or it was when we were there, to get a bad coffee, including in the rainforest, which is unfathomable to me. But today I'm drinking a coffee that Alex purchased in support of one of our friends. There's no information on it, which is fine, but a bit strange. But he has a mobile company, much like the company that I owned and also work for. So he, like myself, cannot work, and Alex supported him by purchasing some coffee that would otherwise potentially be wasted. And it is really quite nice. So, today, let's put that down. Let's talk about Jessie Mae again. So I cast on last episode this now finished object, which is a My Little Crop by Jessie Mae, my secret little crop, and this one was knitted using white gum wool, which is an Australian or Tasmanian superfine merino that is beyond sublime. If I didn't have to pay customs and the carbon footprint wasn't so crazy, holy moly, I would love to knit in this some more. It is gorgeous. The pattern itself is very, very simple. It is very well written, considering it was completely untested, including not even a sample. Jessie is genius. Her patterns in general are very inclusive in terms of sizing and pricing. She offers different pay brackets for what you can afford. And so the second I finished this one, I put it on and basically did not take it off. This includes wearing it to bed by accident, and decided I needed another one. It transpired I knitted another two for myself. So I knit the one that I'm wearing, which is knitted using Okanami on a high twist BFL base by Chain Fibre, and then my own high twist BFL base in the colourway Ford, which is inspired by a character from Critical Role, because that's what I talk about a lot nowadays apparently. And the third one that I cast on is this one, which is Slate, a Super Soft DK by Chain Fibre. This was going to be a scarf, but I ripped it out in my big rip out session because it just wasn't going to get knitted. I quite like shawls. It has become apparent, and I get more use out of my shawls than my scarves these days, or in the winter days, so it didn't seem worth wasting yarn on something that wasn't going to get used. So I have these three for myself. I have cast on another one in cotton. This is a tangle. this is my tangle that I've made for you. No, this is a King Cole, I believe, bamboo DK weight cotton. I'm not sure how it's going to knit out yet because it seems to come out at a much looser gauge, which might not be the end of the world. I didn't swatch. It didn't seem worth swatching considering I knitted 3, but it might be that I need to go down the needle size and go up a size. But we'll see. The idea of this was it will be one to wear around the garden, because as I was wearing these in the sunshine in the garden at the weekend, I noticed that they were all quite dark colours, so they heated up quite quickly. So just a light one for me to wear in the garden, so it's not the end of the world if it's not the most solid fabric. And I will insert some video, hopefully while I'm talking like this, rather than you seeing my spirit fingers, of another one that I knitted for a dear friend, which I'm hoping to send it out to tomorrow. I won't be able to send it out today. And it is knit out using Super Soft Sock in the Meadow colourway by Ching Fibre. Yeah, again, these knit up so quickly for me. It's like the equivalent of knitting a hat, that I've really wanted to send a little gift, and the girl it's going to has had a funny old time lately, and she practices yoga a lot, and these have been wonderful for my yoga practice, and I figured it would be lovely to send her one too. So there we have it. That is quite a hefty Jessie Mae section, but she's a good egg, designing a gorgeous pattern and gifted it away for free, and that is amazing. It was just amazing. We have a Discord group or thread channel of knitters, and almost everyone in the group now is knitting one. It's become like a little alongside the general knit along in its own right. That is a wonderful place to be if you want to join it. Feel free, it is open to anyone really, but we are all knitters, and it's just been really pleasant and a little sort of paradise almost away from social media. You don't have to open Instagram to see it, you don't have to open, well you do. The link to the Discord chat is on my Instagram profile, which is heather.hops, and it is listed as knitting Discord chat, but it's a wonderful place to be, and it's really cool seeing other people's secret little crops. And I do have another finished object. It feels very strange to have knitted so much, even though I didn't feel like I had. And I'm going to stick to doing a podcast in its sort of usual format like this every other week. And I'm going to try and do an in-between podcast, so to speak. So last week I did a few of the stretches that I do for my hands and wrists and shoulders. This week coming, I'm hoping to do one on my more summery little tops, because I have knitted quite a few of those. Yeah, so if there's anything you'd be interested in seeing, do let me know. But the lovely Helen of Fable Knitwear posted that she had knitted a spring version of her Sugar Plum jumper, and I don't know why, but the second I saw it I thought of the colourway that I have here and felt like it was the right thing to do. And now I was going to knit this colourway up a little while ago, and I really did not like the way it was pooling. Even though I did the same method, this is knit at a slightly different gauge, and I was able to change it to make it work. So this is the Sugar Plum jumper by Fable Knitwear. It has these slightly poofy bell sleeves, and I did a folded collar, so it's double thickness as opposed to just the one, and I omitted the turtle neck just like Helen to create a sort of very spring friendly jumper. And I think even the colourway it's kind of like forget-me-nots more than snow cone today. It goes with almost all of my linen trousers, so I do think it's going to be worn quite a bit. Yeah, not much to say particularly about my experience knitting it. It was very simple. It's a very nice pattern to knit up, as in very, very relaxing for the mind, not really much thought. What I would say, I'm going to have my little parrot jumper here, is new knitters could definitely knit this. This is a very simple pattern. However, it's quite, I want to say Norwegian. I don't know if that's right in the way it's written, in that it's very stripped back, whereas a lot of British or American designers will hold your hand almost and say, I don't say it's an increased row. They'll say knit 2 together and then knit 17, decrease 1 every. I don't say decrease, but you know what I'm saying. Like, it'll tell you how many stitches to knit before you do the next increase or decrease around. Whereas this will just say decrease 8 stitches on this row, or repeat this until it meets this many stitches, whereas most patterns for American or British designers will say repeat this row 10 times until you have X amount of stitches, so you know how many you've got left. And yeah, so it's not a bad thing. I think it's a wonderful pattern. I paid for it. I'm very happy that I paid for it, but just to make you aware, if you do knit this, it's very minimal in terms of directions. Don't know if I showed this previously, but I've got quite far on it. I haven't done anything to it in, I'm guessing, 10, 12, 14 days now. But I cast on a rug by Junko Okamoto, and the whole body is complete. This was yarn that was gifted to me by my grandma through social distancing. My parents came back from East Anglia, where they have been and they will continue to be, which is quite nice for them. They've managed to escape to the country, but they popped back for medication purposes, and dropped this outside my home, this green yarn from my grandma, who has had it for quite some time because it's a discontinued yarn and it's been discontinued for a while. But as much as I could tell, it was very much the equivalent of Alafa Sloppy. So it worked really well. I quite like this. I figured that it would be a great jumper for in the garden or working outside, especially in those in-between times where you don't want a coat but it's a bit cold for just a regular jumper. And it can obviously be layered quite well because it's quite oversized. Yeah, I made a few modifications to the colourwork. I added a few extra stitches and bits into the motif, just because catching the floats with this yarn just didn't seem quite nice to me. It just was a bit icky, so I've done that. And other than that, I left out this motif along the bottom, and I've not made any other adjustments. I'm enjoying it so far. It was a very quick and easy knit, but other more practical and not urgent, but things like this that I'm going to be wearing quite a lot more at the moment have just taken the front seat. I have my hair in my face. Nothing new here. And then finally, I have made quite a bit of progress on this one, but I won't talk about it too much. This is my Sojourner shawl by Zandy Peters, and I'm really pleased with the result of this so far. I love the colours. The purple is Undercover Otter Dark Skies on her sock base, and the mohair is my own colourway, which it's one of my favourite, Moonchild. Let's do that. There we go. yeah, really pleased with this. And then the grey is drops and my own hand dyed sock and mohair. I think I have 5 more repeats of the brioche to do, which I'm hoping to have done by next time. Not that I'm in a rush to finish this. It's been a really nice sort of relaxing knit, but I wouldn't mind being off Brioche Island because I've done quite a bit of brioche lately, including this cardigan that I finished last time, which I was wearing but I got a bit warm. Yeah, really enjoyable pattern so far to work on, and I'm quite looking forward to getting to the lace section. And that is actually living in my Nat Knits Crafts project bag, which comes with me everywhere, and little Audrey enjoyed sleeping in this week. I think that's almost it. The last thing is, if you have purchased and not received yet your March Knitical Roll Club by Chromatic Yarns, avert your eyes. If not, here is her March Club colourway. It is the colourway Fluffernutter. And it doesn't want to show you. There you go. So this is Fluffernutter on her sturdy sock base. And I don't think, well, I'm a bit gutted that I couldn't get hold of this month's club. It sold out long before I could afford it, which is fine. But it was the Blooming Grove, which would have been right up my street, I think. But this is, I love BFL sock bases generally, and this is a 75-25 blue faceless to nylon. And I'm thinking, hold it double and do another top. This is quite summery, really, and I think it would go with, you know, my linen shorts and denim jeans shorts for the summer. But if you have any recommendations, I'm all ears. Maybe some socks. I don't know. I think a top's probably more useful for me. Anyway, on that note, I hope that no matter your current situation, you are holding up okay. I hope that you and your family are all very well, and doing your best to stay as healthy as you can in this very strange and trying time. Can't believe how we were all so 2020, it's going to be so amazing and different, and it is very different. There's a lot of silver linings to this horrible mess. It is very real. It's very much affecting everyone. But I do think if we can relieve ourselves of a bit of stress, that can only be a good thing, if only just for our immune systems. Yeah. Hey Audrey, you coming in to lighten the mood? Just rub up against my foot, it's fine, honey. So this weekend on Saturday I will be doing a beginner-friendly yoga class on Zoom. It will be free for anyone that wants to join in, with a donation option. And that came about just because one of my yogis posted in our little WhatsApp group that they would like to restore a little bit of normality into their week and have a bit more routine, and asked if that was something that I could do. And of course I would love to help people to feel a bit more, you know, like they have a routine, which it's very cool that we can communicate and do these sort of things. Yeah. So I'll be doing that, and also on Monday we have our little virtual knit night for anyone that wants to join. The link to that is also on my Instagram profile, so if you click the little link tree thing, all of those bits will be on there. Yeah, As always, feel free to share your projects. I love seeing them, especially in our Discord chat. It's really nice to see what people are casting on, what they've finished, actually see pictures and share patterns that we found. It's very cool. Anyway, on that little bit of waffle, I hope you do look after yourselves and your loved ones. If you need to chat at any given point, my airwaves are always open, so to speak, via Instagram, Ravelry, email, Discord, Zoom. If you fancy a video chat because you just need someone to talk to, I'm more than happy to be there. Yeah. Thank you ever so much for joining me, and I hope you're having a lovely time no matter where you are, and making the most of any time you do get to knit or create or share positivity with the world, because that's all we can, Anyway, shut up, cat. It's been a pleasure. See you.
So I didn't do much recording the last couple of weeks really, but we have spent an evening crocheting some rainbows for our front door, so I'll share a link to that free pattern. But Alex made one too, which was lovely. There has been lots of Audrey just bopping around the garden, and we've spent quite a lot of time in our little space. We've managed to get quite a few things growing again, from broccoli to rocket to asparagus peas.
What? Did you want to dream it?
Little Smoky Joe's been back quite a bit, and we even received a beautiful little care package from one of my favourite people, that is Little Nugget. Yeah, we also tried for the first time hop sprouts, almost we would call them, sauteed, and that is delicious. So if you are a grower of hops, we can recommend that, as well as the Smarties bunnies. Stay safe, everyone.